Hey, I'm Matt of the Hammer Brothers, and today I'm by myself. Why? Because this is a special video. One, Alan says there is no videos of me on the channel yet. So, decided to film something special. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan. You could tell by my faded out shirt. And today, in the mail, which, by the way, is coincidentally my birthday.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you, nameless cameraman who sounds like Alan.
Hi.
And I got something that I've been waiting for months. It's the Ghostbusters, the board game from Cryptozoic Games. And this was their Kickstarter, and today I got the package. Okay, I already opened the top of it, but I had to. So, we're going to start off. Well, I'm going to pull these out first, but we're going to get to these in a little bit. These are the Kickstarter extras, add-ons that I got, and I've got a few of them. But they're on top, but we're going to move these out of the way for now. And we're going to get to the main thing. By the way, this game's heavy. Here it is.
Oh, look at that.
I've been waiting for this for so long. The Ghostbusters, the board game. This is the deluxe Kickstarter edition that has... Anybody that followed the Kickstarter pretty much knows what it is. And I'm going to be here. Yeah, it's kind of an unboxing video, but it's also an informative video because I love Ghostbusters and I want to make sure that everybody else knows about it too. So here's the box. All the stuff on the back. This is exclusive Kickstarter packaging. And now, we'll come back after I get done opening it. Through the magic of video editing, this box is already unwrapped. Let's see, what do we have?
Ooh, I like the little ghost trap designs on the side there.
Look at that.
Let's
What we
see,
have
there's
first
the
is
front of the box.
the operations and field manual.
Oh, it looks so authentic.
It does. And basically it has all your scenarios and rules in here. And some pretty good artwork.
Ooh, yeah.
Look, there's some artwork from the IDW comic book, and that's mostly what this game is based on. It's based on the IDW license of Ghostbusters, which follows the movies, the cartoons, and the Ghostbusters the video game from a few years back. And actually, if you read any of the comic books from IDW, it goes Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and then Ghostbusters the movie. And actually a little bit of like the Denver Ghostbusters is in there too, in some little ways, shapes, and forms.
Some little fan stuff, there's references here and there.
So here's the field manual. It looks pretty neat. Lots of illustrations. It's done. Okay, now next we got to our first set of pieces. And these are more, I believe, of the Kickstarter exclusives, I think.
Yeah, those are the game.
Oh no, these are all of them.
All the game board parts.
Yes, all the Game Boy parts. Because this looks like the Sedgwick Hotel one, which were a Kickstarter exclusive, I believe. And we will be back in a minute. And we're back. Now this, I believe, is the Sedgwick Hotel from the first Ghostbuster movie, and these are double-sided, as you can see. There's a whole bunch of ones here. I think. Dan, what does this look like to you?
I believe that's the library.
Yeah, I think
So it's
the
also
library.
designated as LB.
Yep. These are all very. Here's the rooftop from the first Ghostbuster movie.
I like how that's designed. Yeah, it's got a lot of
There's
those.
the altar over.
Yeah, it's got a lot of the swirls that made up the set.
And that's the Dana's apartment, I believe. And I think it might be Lewis's apartment as well.
Yeah, we'll hold that up a little bit more to the. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah. Now these all come apart. I'm just not taking them apart right now. And this is, I think it might be Central Park. And then this is opposite side of the street. more park levels. More street on the other side. Okay, now this. Okay, here's the rest of the park here in these two. And I think that's the zone where you put ghosts in, I think. Or they get ready to come out or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Here's the rest of the street. There's your Ghostbuster marker counter where you gotta roll and see where everything goes. These actually are from the first Ghostbuster movie. If anybody remembers Peter with the cards testing the students.
It's just a bunch of wavy lines.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what those are from.
Yeah, the ESP markers.
That's it, ESP markers. Thank you. And these are your Ghostbuster trackers and symbols for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 9 Ghostbusters that are in this game. Action stuff. Here's the other side. That's the Ecto-1. And Ghostbusters can be in here. And we'll get to that a little bit because that's one of the figures I got that can steal your Ecto-1, the taxi driver ghost. Now this is a print from the artist that does the IDW Ghostbuster comics, and Alan will find out his name for me real quick, which I'm sorry I forgot. But Alan, this is where you come in. Help me. Which is a pretty nice print. This actually I might even put up on the wall somewhere. Now we get to the interesting part. This is mass hysteria. It's a box within a box.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see if I can get this out of here. Told you, box within a box. Let's see, how does this...
The flap is on the front.
Over here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness. Mass hysteria indeed.
Want to move this out of the way?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, well, I got like 2 trays of Ghostbusters stuff here. No, 3 trays. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, well.
Let's get started with our Ghostbusters first. How about?
No, I should do the dice and stuff because this is easy stuff.
Okay.
Now these are all the dice for the game. And you got, there's a ghost. Anyhow, you have regular dice. Now there's 6 sides, but the 6th side is the Ghostbuster logo on there. And also, since also I was a Kickstarter, the same dice in glow in the dark. No, we're not turning out the lights.
Oh, I was thinking it.
Well, maybe you could later if you want. And then this is a 8-sided die. We also have, once again, Peter's cards on a die like this, with a glow in the dark version and a glow in the dark version of the 8-sided die. Okay, now this, Alan, why don't you tell the people what this is?
Oh my goodness, it's the one, the only, perfect for all your cosplaying needs, Tobin's Spirit Guide.
Yep.
Oh, it's pretty.
Let's see, it's pretty heavy, so that would assume that all the cards are in here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're not, then somebody's getting a phone call. And we are back. There's the Tobin Spirit Guide. You open up. There's all your cards. Should be one for every Ghostbuster and for every villain that's in this game. which I have to open these up too. You know, I must say they took great care to make sure that nothing happened to this game. Okay, so here's your cards. There's Peter, there's Egon, there's Ray, and there's Winston. There are 4 main Ghostbusters. Now, in here, since we did hit stretch goals, there are other Ghostbusters. Now, you would know these if you read the IDW comics or played the Ghostbuster video game. This would be, here is the team of the new Ghostbusters. Janine, Kylie Griffin, who would also be in Extreme Ghostbusters. Melanie Ortiz is an FBI agent that Peter met in, I believe it was New Mexico. Long story, read the comic. And this is Ron Alexander. Well, I can only explain it this way. He's a dick. He's a real jerk. He tried to start his own Ghost Smasher business to set the Ghostbusters out of business, and his equipment was faulty at best. And then you have the Rookie from the Ghostbusters video game, and they actually gave him a name, because in IDW comic books they gave him a name. Even though it says Rookie on his jumpsuit, his real name is Brian Welsh. The only reason why he still has Rookie as his name tag is so that when he gets complaint from customers, he can just say he has to talk to his boss. Now, speaking of what I called Ron Alexander earlier, here's another one that could also come under that name. Walter Peck.
I thought he didn't have one of those names.
Depends on which version of the movie you watch. Which...
So what does Walter Peck do?
Walter Peck, actually, he stops you from being able to do your job. That's all he's there for. He goes around on the board and he stops you from doing your job. And of course, if you read the other side of the card, Peter wrote some notes.
Oh, they're very nice.
Yeah. Peter even put on the card, there's no doubt he's a jerk. Okay, next is your basic group of ghosts. The Class 1 ghosts, the Galloping Ghouls. They don't do much, they just get in your way. But they can cause you problems too. Next up, we have the Gruesome Twosome, which is a Class 2 ghost. They give you a little bit more of a problem. If I remember, I think they were in the cartoon line at some point, but I'm not quite sure on that one. Now, this one is an interesting one. It's a Class 3 ghost. It's a Boogaloo Manifestation, which there is a boss later in the game that I believe, yep, he's in here too. We'll get to that one. But these are basically his, I guess you would say it's his minions.
Do they have electric powers?
No.
Oh, so there's no...
Oh, wait. At least he's not electric too. PV. Peter Venkman, that's his note.
Go ahead, Matt. Say it out loud. Next is a focused, non-terminal, repeating phantasm of a Class 5 full roaming vapor, otherwise known as Slimer. Slimer is one of my favorites. Now, if you get a game from the retail store, chances are you will get a glow-in-the-dark Slimer with yours. Maybe. Depends on if the retailer does it that way. Next is a Class 6 ghost. He is Indolus. I believe I said that right. I'm not quite sure. But in the IDW comic, he was the third minion of Gozer. And what he tried to do is he tried to get the Ghostbusters to, to pick a new Destructor. And if you read the book, you know didn't go so well. Number 7. Oh, this man is one of my favorites. Apparently he's Ray's favorite too, because he summoned him to kill him. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And actually there's 2 different versions in this game, and I'll get up to that one real quick, but come on, I don't have to tell you about Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He was in the first movie. He would also come back in Ghostbusters, the video game, as like one of the rookie's very first assignments. And, well, I think everybody knows about Mr. Stay Puft. Okay, the next one I briefly talked about just now, and this is another Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, Class 7, but this is Impossible Mode. Now, the Impossible Mode ghosts are, they're just harder ghosts to beat in the game. And there's a bunch of them. I did not order a lot of the Impossible Mode figures. In fact, I just got one, and that was Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Next on our list is from the real Ghostbusters cartoon. He's a Class 6, the Sandman. He comes out and, well, basically he invades people's nightmares and is very tough to beat. And I know Egon had his problems with him too.
So he's Freddy Krueger?
Pretty much.
No, the Ghostbusters beat Freddy Krueger.
That's true. Here's another familiar one. We have another Class 6, and we have Zool. I am not going to do the Nostalgia Critic. But Alan, if you want to feel free to add in that sound effect, by all means go right ahead.
No, that's okay. We're keeping this family friendly.
Okay, well, everybody knows who Zool is. This is the Terror Dog version of Zool, not the Dana Barrett version. But the Zool was the gatekeeper. And, well, Zool turned into a dog. At the end of Ghostbusters, the movie, Dana came back because Zool was gone. And also with Zool, you have another Class 6, Vince Clortho, who possessed Louis Tully in Ghostbusters. And Vince Clortho is known as the Keymaster. He's kinda stupid. If you watch Ghostbusters, he's kinda stupid. But when the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper get together, they bring in Gozer. Speaking of that, Class 7, Gozer. Gozer the Gozerian. In Ghostbusters, Gozer was the one that tried to take over the world. And, Gozer could take the form of basically anything that she or he or it wanted to. And, she gains entry into the world by her 2 minions, her demigods, the Terror Dogs, Vince Clortho and Zool. Next is a Class 3. It is the Gray Lady, also known as the Librarian. This was the first ghost that you encounter in the Ghostbusters movie. The one that chased Ray, Egon, and Peter out of the library because Ray decided to yell, "Get her!" I always wanted to do that. She also makes an appearance later in Ghostbusters the video game.
Nice going, Ray.
The next one is the Class 6, and it's the Ghost of Halloween, Sam Hain. This one is from the real Ghostbusters cartoon, and, well, I guess Sam Hain believed that all ghosts had been mistreated, and because, well, who puts ghosts into a containment unit and keeps them in there? The Ghostbusters. So Sam Hain tries to free all ghosts. The next one is also Class 6, and well, this is the Boogeyman. Egon is terrified of the Boogeyman. And in the real Ghostbusters cartoon, there was a scenario that happened there that Egon had to save his fellow Ghostbusters, but he was too scared to try to help.
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get ya.
Not that boogeyman. Okay, the next one is another Class 6. Ivo Shandor. Ivo Shandor is the one who built the apartment building that Dana Barrett and Louis Tully lived in. And basically, as a human, Ivo Shandor was the leader of the cult of Gozer. So that's why he built the building to begin with, and then when he died, he made a spell to try to bring Gozer back somehow. Ivo Shandor is also the main villain in Ghostbusters, the video game, later on. Next is a Class 7, Boogaloo. Shut up. Earlier we saw the Boogaloo manifestations, which are the minions of Boogaloo. Boogaloo, basically they were put in the underworld so they could always be remembered. That's basically it. There's not really much to them, and except that Boogaloo also likes to party. Like to have fun, at the expense of everybody else. Next is a Class 8, Cthulhu.
Hail Cthulhu!
Cthulhu is basically what you think it is. Now, and Cthulhu made an appearance in the real Ghostbusters cartoon. How they pulled that one off, I have no idea.
Praise the Dark Lord Cthulhu!
But, look, if you don't know about Cthulhu, look it up for yourself.
1,000 years of darkness.
Speaking of Cthulhu, we have Class 2 Spawn of Cthulhu's.
Hail Little Cthulhu's.
Basically the same thing. I still have no idea how they pulled that off in an 80s children's cartoon.
Only 100 years of darkness for them, because they're smaller.
The last of the ones I have here, very interesting. These were not in the cartoon. These weren't in the movies, and they weren't in the video game. They were in the cartoon line. They were the Fearsome Flush at Class 1.
We had one of these guys.
Yes, we did.
Toilet, tongue game out, and everything.
They're toilets. They're easy Class 1 ghosts, and in this game you get 5 of them.
Yay.
If you don't know about Fearsome Flush,
Now you do.
now you do.
They're my favorite.
These are your scenario cards. They're scenario cards for the Sedgwick Hotel. There's like 4 different ones here. There's ones for the Spook Central, which is the Dana Barrett's apartment. There's ones for the park, and basically for all the tiles I showed you earlier. So that's all these are. Okay, well, this takes care of Ghostbusters, the board game. This is the main game. Now I'm going to get to the Kickstarter extras. These ones all come in these little boxes that I showed you earlier. This is a scenario for more Gruesome Twosome figures. So that's more of these little figures right here. I'm not going to open these up now and show you, but that's pretty much what's in this package. Okay, this is another scenario for add-on Ghosts. There's a Kickstarter exclusive. These added a whole bunch of these here, which are more of the Galloping Ghouls. This is for another Kickstarter exclusive scenario, and this one has a bunch of the Galloping Ghouls, and also has an extra of... No? Well, it also has an extra of these, the Boogaloo manifestations. Okay, now here's a Kickstarter exclusive. Now, in Ghostbusters, the first movie, there's a very brief scene where you see a taxi driver, and he is a zombie. Hence, we have the
if I can get this open. We have the zombie taxi drivers. The zombie taxi drivers is interesting because what they'll do is they can take your Ecto-1 and they can hijack it and take it anywhere they want, whether you're in it or not. So the taxi driver ghost, they can steal Ecto-1. Okay, and then the very last thing we have, and this got a little bent, but I think it's going to be okay, is... I'll need Ecto-1 out. Is, well, this was in the cartoon. And they are Class 3 ghosts, and they are the Spectral Ghostbusters. The Spectral Ghostbusters are interesting because, according to the real Ghostbusters cartoon, at the end of Ghostbusters 2, the guys kind of threw their old outfits, like, they were supposed to be thrown out, but they were just thrown in a box downstairs that still had slime residue and stuff on it. And what happened was some ghosts manifested into it, and they became the Spectral Ghostbusters. They look just like the actual Ghostbusters, except, well, they're evil. And want to take a guess who was in charge of supposed to be getting rid of the uniforms?
Peter.
Dr. Peter Venkman. And look what happened. Now, the one special thing about these ghosts is that these ones also glow in the dark. Well, everyone, this includes my unboxing video of Ghostbusters the board game. I got a lot of stuff here, and I can't wait to actually play it. I might do a review some point at saying if I like the game or not. I am Matt of the Hammer Brothers. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please share this video around with everyone, all the Ghostbuster groups, everyone that you can. And please, if you can, we have a Patreon page as well. We accept video game donations, we accept systems, and money so we can put on better shows and make our channel better. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching. Bustin' makes me feel good.
Bustin', 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 bustin'.